systems are go. About 90 seconds to launch destination.
Mind you, we swore an oath of loyalty, but we are still senators. It's not more speeches in the Senate that will change the world. Rome is dying.
My legions are mustering as swiftly as possible. General Gaius, Julius Caesar, enough!
Senators, welcome back to episode 28 of my Stellaris Roman Empire campaign. In the last episode, Emperor Tiberius XV declared a swift war against the Site 1066-7 override in order to increase our expansion and to get closer to the galactic core. Under Admiral Stertinius, Admiral Opsius, and General Dexius, significant territories were seized from the machines before a peace deal was struck, and the economy is now acclimating to these new territories as we dismantle the machines and populate the planets with Romans. Meanwhile, our military is continuously gaining strength, with our first Titan ship, the Julius Caesar class, almost ready to be deployed. On the galactic stage, our hegemony, the Greater Roman Empire, has now been officially recognized as the new Pax Romana, ushering in a new era of peace and prosperity and stability to all of those within it. And that's where we left off. Well, we also have a Senatorial Proclamation to read. This is on our recent victories and on our debate about psionic weaponry. Let us praise the late Emperor Titus, whose great leadership brought us majestic glory, but also let us sing the praises of Tiberius XV of his name. Truly, he is a child of Mars, not desperate like some young buck, but steady and ruthless like Julius Caesar himself. See how under his command our fleets ruthlessly and with cold precision destroyed the Site 1066-7 override. This is the way of Mars, tempered steel and cold brutality. As we saw upon the Death World, our fleets and legions stand strong. Let us continue now to impose our will upon the galaxy. Let us show the lesser species, be it via our military might or unequaled engineering, that Rome stands before all. As for psionic powers, they are a tool, no more and no less. We are masters, able to breed traits out of our slaves and ourselves. Some see it as seeking to the gods. What nonsense! Would these powers be useful for our empire to have? Then we should get them. Or would these powers weaken us and cause greater dissent within our empire? Then we should not get them. Do not throw away a useful sword, though. That would be wasteful. Let us ask the scientists what good such things would bring us, and our generals, if it would turn the face of war to our benefit. That is from Marcus Boilius II of Gaia. Strong words, as we often hear from the Senate. So that was on the debate about psionics, where I was kind of not sure if we should get them. And I'm still a little bit not sure, but he makes a very good point that if we think of them more as weaponry, I think I'm much more likely and more inclined to utilize it for the legions, for the ships. As there is psionic weaponry, I believe you can even put on ships, so kind of makes sense in that regard, but in a spiritual fashion, not too sure. So I like his idea about it's more of a tool than anything. Alright, so to catch you up on what's been going on in between episodes, of course, we took all of this territory right at the end of the last one from the Site 1066-7 override, and then the economy just started spiraling down because, of course, we got all these planets, these pops, this unrest, extra star bases and things like that. I've managed to stabilize it all without really... I didn't advance time at all, obviously, I never do, without you guys seeing it. But essentially, I just destroyed a bunch of star bases. I just removed the ones that we didn't need. We went up to like 25 or something. So the energy just spiraled down and just caused problems. So I've lowered it back down to 17. So we have 17 current star bases. I might move some around and change them around in the future as well at just distinct different choke points. But for now, I kind of cleared a lot of the ones in the center here. It's such a shame that the Roman Empire font is so low res and spread out that way. It looks really, really bad, actually. Like the emblem looks pretty good, but the actual text itself can be a bit rough. But anyways, so throughout the planets, I've done my usual reorganization, moving pops around, trying to sort out some unemployment. We do have a bit of a problem, though, which is we have too many other species. We ourselves, humans, we're only at 46%. So, 54% are basically alien. And all of them, almost all of them, are slaves, if not all. I think they are all, except for the Maori. So that's a lot of slaves. And the problem is we're now running out of, I think, jobs, worker jobs. Is that the right? Yeah, I think so. So they're not being filled. We have too many workers that can't promote up. That's what it is. We have a lot of slaves, right, that are just doing all the worker jobs, and then just an excess of slaves that don't have anything to do. So this is actually kind of a thing that happened for Rome. So we have to deal with this as well and figure it out. There are tools for like, oh, we could maybe start thinking about letting leaders take jobs, or sorry, letting species take jobs at level 2 on specialists and things like that. But I don't know if we really want to go down that route. We are about to decommission 100 Drill 087, so we will have the majority again versus the aliens within the demographic, so I'm not worried about that. Not that it does anything anyway. So, something to mention here, I'll probably be spiraling all over the place, but I have a little list, a checklist of things to go through. So, genetic modification. I've adjusted and added a trait, the basic cybernetics, to ourselves, and called ourselves Human Nova, so new humans, I guess. And essentially what this is giving us is increased army damage, habitability, and leader lifespan. So I want to go with the more kind of realistic traits rather than just give... Obviously you could split humans into about 10 different subspecies and have them all do specific things. Like, you could do that. To me, it's just not very... I just don't really want to do that. I just don't think it's very immersive for me to be adding... You know, they can just create alloys and stuff like out of their bodies. Even though it's interesting and cool, and I guess with genetic modification anything's possible, but I'm just going to keep it a little bit tapered for now. So we're going to keep everyone on the same kind of species, and we're going to create human novas, and they're going to add basic cybernetics to themselves, which I think is a reasonable thing to do. The next thing is I've queued up a new megastructure, the macro engineering site. So we had this being built before. It's just, obviously it's over here, but it's on this planet, so someone's going out to build that now, one construction ship. So we were planning on doing that before, but I'd stopped because we were getting the mega art installation rebuilt. Obviously that has been repaired and it's doing its thing, creating a lot of unity, unifying the people, and also increasing immunities in that system. So in the Vega system, got this new one up and running, or getting it up and running, and then we're going to also build the other one, which is to do with society and biological research over on the Toxic World. And that way the Vega system will be home to an increased amount of physics, an increased amount of engineering, and an increased amount of society. It's also just nice thematically to get all three in the same place and have them done together. But I've realized something. We now have a lot of alloys with our Archaeology World, and we're kind of just beholden to the amount of megastructures that we can make. We're kind of waiting for one to finish so we can start the next one at this point, which is awesome. So I think it's ideal that in the tradition screen, we choose Master Builders. I've already chosen it. Sorry, I was going to do it in front of you guys, but I guess I must have done it at the start of the episode. So basically, if I just flip a page back on my little notepad here, we have 8 slots, obviously, for Ascension perks, and I think I filled out the ones I kind of want to get. I'm question marking for now whether or not we're going to do Archaeology Project, and then we need to vote on whether or not we're going to do a Colossus. I actually forgot to add the vote last episode. I mentioned it, but I actually forgot to add it to the episode, so that is a vote for today's episode. Will we pursue getting the Colossus Project? Colossus Project's up here. That allows us to then build the Colossus ship type, which it can destroy planets, either by cracking them or do a neutron sweep, just wiping all biological life off of it. Or if you're pacifist, you can do a shielded world, locking the world forever. So it's cool. Thematically, it's very cool. I'm not sure if we'll ever need it. I'm not really sure exactly what the Vazdaran hegemony look like, if we want to go in there and smash their planets. Or do we just want to go in there, maybe wipe them out, or do we just want to pacify them? I have no idea where they are or what we can do with them, so we'll just have to see. And as for Endgame Crisis, like I said at the beginning of the series, I'm not the most familiar player of this game, clearly. And I don't know what different Endgame Crisis there are, and what we'll get. And if they have planets, or if they land on planets, or what they do. So I don't know if we need Colossus weapons or not. So that's a question mark on that one. But it's there for you to kind of vote on all the same. The ones I am pretty sure I want to get is Giga Structural Constructs. And then maybe something like Vast Expanses, which seems pretty cool. You can make a Birch World. A Birch World is a massive habitat built around the largest black holes, intended for permanent and eternal residence of species. Like, I love the idea, the sound of all that. But, you know, you got to be careful. We've only got 4 slots left, so got to really think about which ones we want to get and which ones we're going to have to just say, no, that's fine. Like, Archaeology projects could be really cool, turning worlds into Ecumenopolis worlds. We have one already because we restored a relic world, and it's very powerful for us. But with the fact that we can build ring worlds and maybe other habitats in the future, do we need it? You know, I don't know. We'll have to see, because I'm not sure if we can build anything like an Ecumenopolis world that has foundry districts and arcologies. So we'll have to see. All right, so just to finally catch up on anything else I've missed out, that's the mega structure, the gene modding, the Federation fleet design. So the Federation's been renamed to the Pax Romana. I've now gone into the ship designer, and I've added a bireme, quinquereme, and trireme. I just can't think of, there's too many ships and interesting names. Like, I can't think of good names. Like, this ship is going to be our main carrier, right? It's a carrier class ship. Probably have 2 different variants. Coming up with names for like something Roman, where it's like carrying things, like transports almost, but not really. I feel like it just needs its own name rather than copying old names of old things. You know, it like needs its own Latin name for this. But anyways, either way, this is an absolute badass ship. We haven't built one of these yet. So we're going to have tons of improved strikecraft and then a bunch of improved fighter wings that are going to deflect things. I want to also get those secondary, the second tier of flak weaponry. So obviously rocking tier 1 is pretty bad. But here's the real star of the show. It's the Spatial Distortion Warhead. So in the last episode, we also got gravity-based weaponry, which means that we can put these types of gravity weapons on our ships at the cost of a new gravity resource that we can mine. So I've scheduled getting it over on Grunerii, a graviton condenser, and then we're going to start producing that resource and be able to build those ships. They're going to be built as a Federation ship, though, and that won't cost us any upkeep. I'm planning on just building it out here. So let's commission that now. Might as well start it now. So Shipyard. Actually, I think you can do it in the Fleet Manager if you just select them. So it's just those 3 classes I've done for now. So the trireme, the quinquereme, and the bireme. So for now, we'll just say 2 of each. So I don't think the carrier can be built because we just don't have the resource yet. But if we stop those 2, select this, put it to Tiberium, assign it, and then start it. 6,000 alloys. And that'll be free upkeep. Now, with regards to the Federation, we're also going to want to increase our cohesion to low. Don't know why I can't right now. Why not? I'm not sure why I'm not allowed to click that. Oh, I already did. I've clicked it to go to low, so the vote's going to happen on whether or not the other members that we have within are going to say yes or not. So Tyrene Republic, Cold and Consortium, they're now going to vote on whether or not they're happy for us to move up to low. It's going to hurt our cohesion, and that's then going to allow us to go up to medium naval capacity fleet transfers. So we'll be able to build out a much thicker fleet. We currently have 137 potential, probably get up to about 180, I would imagine, with the extra 10% increase from us. So hopefully that'll all go smoothly and swimmingly, and we'll be good to go. I'm also looking to get someone else into the Pax Romana. I'm not too sure who. The Veldener Zealots seem like the obvious choice as they're next to us. Some people were saying get Site 10667 override in. I don't really want to get them as the machines. Not even sure if we can. Being a Gestalt consciousness. Either way, I don't want them. We're going to take them out fully and get to the Galactic Core ourselves at some point. We've obviously got wormholes here that we have to go kind of figure out what's going on there. We can't yet build gateways. We need a different technology for that, and I think that's pretty much everything I can think of. I'm sure I'll think of other things that I need to catch you up on. There's so much in each episode. I'm pausing between episodes and taking so long to configure things, and I'm like writing all this different stuff out. Something I wanted to mention, actually, just very last thing then, is with all this new territory, I was eager to see if we could colonize or consecrate a world to one of our gods. Of course, we have 12 Roman gods that we can consecrate different things to. We could do Vesta, which gets us leader lifespan 20, plus 20. I don't want to do that one. It's a bit of a high cost of influence just for something that's kind of minor. So right now we'll leave that. But I can't find a planet for any of the other ones. It's kind of crazy. Volcanic worlds, algic seas, anything with Pangea, with industrial graveyards. I looked around. I checked every single planetary body in all the new territories we got. Pretty much in this entire quadrant down here. I haven't really checked up here as much as I should, so I'll have to go through it there. It takes a really long time. So I'll go check that either in the next episode or the one after. But right now, I didn't find any worlds that we could really take a look at. But I did find some interesting things. I feel like I'm sat out in this view a lot of the game, and you know, people are probably used to that with Stellaris, but it's nice to zoom in and check in on things every now and then. So at the Isius system, I noted that there are some quite nice things going on. I have no idea where that is, so we'll just have to search it. Isius. Ah, okay, so it's up here. Right, so on this system, there is an ice giant. Hang on one sec, sorry, I'm holding a notepad, so it's kind of hard. I can't move the camera. There we go. Alright, so, what do we got? Yeah, so we had a Sulfur World. I've just never seen it before, or if we had, I've maybe missed it in a while. So it's pretty cool. You can see all these like hotspots and things on it. Rocky world that's scorching hot. The atmosphere is thin and non-existent, and lava from the interior flows freely due to constant volcanic eruptions. This type of planet cannot sustain organic life. Unfortunately, we don't need to consecrate a planet like this, but I just thought it was cool. Just wanted to point it out and mention it. There should also be an ice giant here in the system somewhere. At least I wrote down that there was. So what do we got? Oh yeah, there it is. So this is like a little ice giant. Gaseous planet with atmosphere primarily composed of hydrogen and helium. Solid aggregates of water, ammonium, methane, and hydrogen sulfide. Minerals and metals only make up about a quarter of its mass, and its content of hydrogen and helium does not exceed 20%. The magnetic fields of this world are unusually shifted or inclined. It doesn't actually look as pretty as it does in the photo, but there's different types of ones. The next one is rich rings and nebula. Yeah, I noticed that over here. This planet got these like glowing rings. I was like, oh, this is so cool looking. And then there's this strangely electromagnetic nebula here that doesn't seem to really pertain to anything. But I don't know. It's just kind of nice to get some interesting little visuals there. There's some interesting things elsewhere as well. I saw Frozen Ocean at Hixaros, so let's go check that out real quick. It's out here. I remember it. That world looks really cool as well. It's all scratched and stuff with the, I guess, ravines. Rocky world covered in a thick layer of permanently frozen ice. Low temps and a very thin atmosphere precludes the existence of life. Again, so if we could consecrate it, that would be great, but we just don't have anything for frozen worlds, I guess. And then the last one would be a geothermal world on one of the worlds that we actually took, which is Ionis. So this is a geothermal world with pockets of hotspots, basically. So geothermal, this world would have been another frozen ball in infinite space, but the incredible activity on the planet's geosphere has done its job. Many areas of the planet are completely free of ice, giving way to a landscape of hot springs and frequent geysers. The animal and plant life of the planet is just awakening to its paradisiac future. So pretty cool. Max districts are harmed, though 30%, but the energy is increased. Habitability is actually pretty good there based on what we could land on it. Okay, so that is pretty much everything caught up. I know some of you probably don't care about like looking in on planets and things, but I do. I liked looking at it. When I found it, I thought it was interesting. All right, let's let time play. So something I'm planning on doing is sending these fleets back home to stabilize our economy. I've also removed all monthly trades, so we'll see how that balances out in a moment. We're getting claims on us from the site 10667, which is audacious. So something I'm going to be building towards. Right now, my focus is building multiple megastructures at the same time. Really enhancing our economy now a lot. Looking for more members of the hegemony to join. And then also attacking the Vazarin hegemony. Those are the kind of priorities that I have. Which I think would make sense for our boy, Tiberius the 15th, considering he is warlike. As we saw. So we can't go to war with these guys again for how long, actually? Not until 2353, so another 10 years, because we did take significant stuff off them. So 10 years, and maybe we'll have enough to claim the entire thing. Or just claim their specific planets and just wipe them out. That might be good. I've also queued up, of course, construction ships to go around, fill in these pockets of territory, get everything they can. So everything should be pretty queued up for a while. Subject integration begun. The Da Wenu Trade Commission are now being integrated by the Kosher Trade League. So that's these guys down here. Very interesting. Vassal under the Kosher Trade League. Oh yeah, I do remember that. Actually, that war, that was a long time ago now. They also made the United Da Wenu Union, I think. It's interesting to see that the Kosher are just going to absorb them. So some people were also saying then as well that we should, you know, look to once my fleet strength gets a bit bigger, not that much bigger, but a bit bigger, we'll come down to the Hazar Braves, eradicate this territory, we'll have to come down here with scientists that are also prepared to like take the systems or survey them, and construction ships. So a fleet, like fleets of armies and baggage trains, if you will, are going to be coming down there to kind of take over that territory. And yeah, we'll have to see how it goes then from then on. But then we'll be in a really good position and we can build gateways between ourselves or something. We have wormholes, of course, but we can't yet build gateways. We need a different tech for that. Alright. So the economy's hurting a little bit for energy since we stopped selling some things. Zro is going down. Rare crystals is just about stable. We're getting our first run of different buildings. So I'll just wait for the different bars to fill up before I look at anything. But I'm excited for the macro engineering side. 22% done already. Really? Wow, that's fast. Didn't we just start it? Huh, okay. Anyway, in the galactic community, nothing else really crazy going on. Senate's in recess right now. About a year to go. And then the next one going in is leverage privateering, which is going to increase trade value, increase bureaucrat upkeep, trade protection, and then reduce naval capacity, which I guess is the kind of bad one. But I'm pretty happy with everything else. Diplomatic weight from economy being increased. We're already massively dominant. We're almost stronger than both our two counterparts combined on the Galactic Council. So that's looking good. Okay, our fleets are being repaired. The music just keeps going off. I have no idea why.
New technology discovered.
Alright, new technology. We got our focused arc emitters. Cool. Oh, hey, there's gateway construction. People are also saying, like, hyperlane generation is amazing, and we should get that. So that is something I'd like to do. Gateway construction. I feel like gateways are probably more important than getting the Dyson. I want to get a Dyson sphere, big time, just so our energy is sorted for a very long time. So let's go gateway construction, so that way we can start setting up a network that we can move around. Because obviously the Vazarin are like one of our real enemies that we, you know, the big, kind of one of the main big enemies left, apart from, I guess, Fallen Empires and maybe that Marauder Empire. So yeah, let's get gateways. 46 months to go though, until we kind of sort out the Empire sprawl a bit here. That's the way it's going to be. As our pops will start dying off, a lot of the machines are going to be killed off and stuff. So this number will get better and go down. And the sprawl will go up as well. So we have a Pobelin pop here. That's fine. I'm just moving everything to Tiberium. I'll try not to do too much of this during the episode, or sorry, Titanium. And do it mostly behind the scenes. So when we get a lot of
complete.
When we get a lot of unemployment, it's just really annoying to look at those little red boxes and think like, oh, I could be doing better. All right, species modification complete. We've installed small cybernetics into all of humans, every human. So that's gone flawlessly, which means our regular society research is going to continue now of the Mega Shipyard. And then we're also getting ring worlds. So these are all mega structures that we're getting right now. A ring world, Mega Shipyard, and gateway construction. We also have a new scientist in charge here. Spark of Genius, Surtur Cestius, while the person that was here before is back on, I think, one of the science ships out here. One of the two. Alright, good. Don't know if I'm forgetting anything right now. So we're building our ships at Tiberium. Oh, they've already been made. Wow, that was really fast. They're made way faster than I thought. 12,000 fleet power, just like that. Love to see it. And then we'll add the carriers now. So the carriers were the Trireme class. Nice, and we have the gravity resource already. Wait, did I let time play between episodes or something? Am I losing my mind? I don't think so. It's just going faster than I thought. Okay, well, it's all good though. The Veldener Zealots made peace with the ancient Eradicators. Status quo. Neither side currently occupies claimed territory, so they just completely white peace. Now, I wonder, would they be interested in joining? They are. Protectorate status. Yeah, I want to do that. So, if we have a look at the laws, we've moved up to low centralization. Let's get medium fleet capacity on now. Let's get these guys to just agree and vote on it. Vote yes. Pax Romana changed to medium fleet contribution. Excellent. So we were on 130. We're now on 278. That's 10% increase from everybody. Wow. Yeah, that was definitely worth it. We can massively buff up this fleet now. And this will be our fleet in the west. That's going to be great. Okay, cool. And then we need some support fleets that are smaller as well, not just thick fleets all the time. Okay, well, let's try to get the Veldinor Zealots in and give them protection.
Diplomatic connection established.
Well, they said yes. That's going to set us back into negative XP, but that's okay. We're still gaining really great cohesion. Awesome. Yeah, it's brilliant. So that'll just come up over time now. Not a big deal. We explored the wormhole at Par Trigor. Let's see where it goes. Ooh, interesting. It goes down into the south of the Ancient Eradicators territory. The problem is everyone's pathetic and inferior, though, you know? God, I wish they would just catch up, like, now. It'd be much more interesting if they were, like, as powerful. So let's improve our star base here, because we're going to need to. We also now have an archaeological dig site to do. See the one with the archaeological? Yeah, he's the archaeologist, so he's going to head up there and get that, have that queued up. Man, just like that, we've gotten them in. So now their purple is correct, their colors. So if we just hide, I guess, I don't know, this and this, that's kind of like the Roman Empire now, the Pax Romana, as well as, of course, Cold and Consortium. I'm tempted to give my boys, the people in our hegemony, energy, alloys, food, really prop them up at some point. We're going to keep the alloys for ourselves, obviously, right now, but it's pretty tempting to do. Let's have a look at our main fleet. It's almost... Oh, it is back. 110,000. The Titan ship is here. Let's just move it really quickly. Let's just separate out the Titan and just have a look at what it looks like. Oh my god, the game's getting kind of laggy now. Wow, one Titan ship is 22,000 fleet power. And to have a reminder of what we made it. Just quantum missiled out of its mind, neutron launchers. So, I'm sure people are probably interested to know how I built the Federation fleet. Again, I'm not the greatest at stats and things like that. So the Byrene, the basic strike cruisers, the one that debuffs other ships, just adding a couple of them to the fleet. It's pretty basic. Quantum missiles, medium advanced railguns doing some shield damage, and then catching up the armor damage with the plasma cannons. So pretty basic. But then, if we go to the Quinquereme, which really should be the Trireme, the other one should be the Quinquereme, because this one is bigger actually. But anyway, Tachyon Lance, and then neutron launched out of our minds. So this isn't particularly the best at taking out armor, or sorry, shields. It has a negation to shields across all of its weapons. But down here I actually use cyclonic deflectors for the first time. So shield regen is 0.5%. It has the same shield hit points as a level 5 hyper shield. It just also provides regen in terms of percentage, whereas this provides direct regen. So I don't know if 0.5% is as good as just getting 8.7. I'd have to do the math on that. 0.5%. So it's... Let's say that was 1,000. We could say it's 4,000 shield points. Does it tell me shield points? Yeah, just about 4,000. So 1% is 40? So 20? So it is better. It will be better, I think. I think so. Not very good at math. All right, carriers next. Let's just move on before I think about that too hard. I showed this obviously. So this is where we are using our improved strike craft. We're using improved fighter wings. We're flak batteried out of our minds, but they're only level 1. They need to get way better. And then of course, like I said, we have the gravity-based spatial distortion warheads. So it's going to be a very powerful ship once built. So we'll see them come out soon now that they're being produced. So let's add this back in. Our starbase is at 71,000 now. And with gateway construction coming up, we can hopefully build a route home back to Sol, a gateway there, so that if we get attacked one more time, hopefully we can get around pretty quickly. Everywhere that has a major starbase, I want to build a gateway, pretty much. We can also probably decommission the patrol fleets now. They're probably not needed anymore. I think trade is just 100% across the board. A stellar performance. A popular musician from the Cold Consortium has been topping their charts. So we had this before, so I'm not going to read it. Let's just gain influence. We've done the event. I don't want to do it again. Alright, good. So, you know, it'd be a really great quality of life feature, maybe, is if the planet's not building something, show me. So it just hides everything that is currently doing some sort of project as an option. I'd kind of like that. So this planet is Cyro. This is the Death World. Ah, someone gave me a great name to call this place. Began with M. I'm so sorry. Damn, I actually did rename the planet, but it was a different... I had to load it, so it went back. Unfortunately. Oh well. Because I made a mistake when I was selecting an Ascension perk. Alright, so anyways. Yeah. I don't know if we're going to live on that world, though. Anyway, it's a Savannah world until we change it. We are still terraforming, by the way. We're terraforming Mars, Epsilon Eridani, and Multiplus, which is one of the... Yeah, I guess we could just terraform this while we're here. Why the hell not? We've loads of energy. So let's go continental. Terraforming the Death World. And that way we don't really have to move off of it, I suppose. Right, Elysium's got unemployment. Just one, a Colden. Yeah, this is what's going to keep happening, I think. I'll have to sort out extra unemployment in between episodes. But if we take a look over at Titanium, I think the place is doing really, really well. Yeah, it's got 5 unemployment right now. So that's not too bad. It's got loads of amenities. Oops. And it's currently outputting 367 alloys. We just built a Ministry of Production to give 15% increase to that as well. So that's really good. So basically the population that are unemployed right now are just... We do have soldiers who could be promoted up. So let's just, yeah, let's make another Foundry Archaeology and that'll kind of fix that. The soldiers will promote up, the slaves will take the soldier jobs, and then everything will be fine. Cool. But that's a really, really great amount of alloys now. 560 per month. It's pretty good. More alloys than we can like build megastructures, I think. The first consort on tour has happened. Self-styled as Power Sphinx. Alright, cool. So we're at 54% for the frame. Love to see it. Gonna have to start slamming out the I think I'll also terraform this world, Tau Ceti. Alright, cool. It goes blue when we're terraforming it. Okay, construction ships that are idle. We have an idle one here. Is there nothing to build out this way? I don't think so. Not really. What about this one? We're just waiting for the dark matter. We still can't harvest our own dark matter yet. And this guy's not doing anything either. I don't know, maybe auto-explore now? Although he'll probably just get killed if he goes through here, so... I guess we'll just have to wait. I don't know what else to do with him. There's nowhere to assist research. They're both doing it. Yeah, we'll just have to wait. Alright, we're filling in territories over here, though, which is good. And our scientist is making his way around down to this archaeological dig site of a frozen complex. Alright. Low stockpile. A low stockpile. What are we missing? Oh, we're getting low on crystals. Okay, well, let's sort that out now while we can. I really do want to start specializing worlds to just focus on one type of thing. How are the moats? Moats are lower than crystals, even. So there's moats here. Gas. Crystals. This doesn't need to be here. Let's get rid of that. And let's buff that up to the top, so make that happen now. Oh, see, this is why I do this in between episodes, because I feel like, I don't know what other people who play this game are like. Maybe they just queue way more stuff up and they're just better at forward planning, I don't know. But I just feel like I'd have to go through this so often. I guess you can't queue up everything because you're waiting for pops to come in. Alright, well, we'll see how it goes. We have the money to buy crystals if we really run into trouble. The Vazaran forces are attacking the Veilon Messianic Union. Oh, it must be a splinter of the Valon cluster. It's very specific just to attack down there. Their fleet strength is 31,000. Our fleet strength is way bigger than that, so we can definitely take them out should we come across them. Shipyard's about to make the first 2 carrier class ships, which I'm looking forward to. Just going to get that buff of research again with the curator order. Alright, so let's start hammering these out even faster if we can. If we need to cancel them for a megastructure, we can. So this is this thing, yep. Alright, building 2 more. The United Dawenu are being attacked now as well. 66% done for the site. For the microengineering site. Okay, cool. Senate's now in session for leveraged privateering, which we're in support of. Septimius Navius died at the age of 98. He was in charge of this Ptolemy ship. Well, unfortunately, his ship dies with him because there's nothing for them to do out there. Alright. Could go through some of our star bases and improve them actually as well. Make sure we have everything as maxed out as possible. I think down here, for instance, just in case, who knows, we get attacked by Kosher in some far-flung future. Be good to be upgraded and prepared for it. Alright, those ships are busy. This one just isn't. Right, I don't know if there's really much else to attend to. Let's have a look at the demographics now. We started with 46%. We're now up to 48. Again, it doesn't matter. I'm just curious. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I went through every planet and I stopped the growth of all other pops. Except this one, because this is one that I don't really care about, but all other planets. It was literally the one planet I clicked. What the hell? Did I do this? I thought I did. I want just humans now. Just humans. God, I thought I must have. Oh, maybe that's when I reloaded it again. So basically, I was looking through the megastructures and I clicked one by accident. So I was like, oh, I'll just reload it. But I probably undid a bunch of things. Now, choosing humans does actually reduce down the pop growth speed. But at least it guarantees us getting just more of our own. Because I'm sick of these alien species. Don't like dealing with loads of different species. It was never the intention. It was never agreed upon. It just happened as a result of the Mari. Wow, -7 to the crystals. Yikes. That's a bit of a problem. Okay, we'll have to focus on that big time now. So what are we overproducing? More gas than we need. I must have just upgraded buildings and not thought about it. No, it's gone down to -2 now. Okay, so it's getting better already. We're building new crystal plants here. Ah, the improved crystal farm actually takes more, so let's just cancel that as well. Traditions available. We can now get orderly routine. Strongholds increase stability by 1. Fortresses increase it by 2. Empire sprawl from pops is reduced by 10. So we're at 829 Empire sprawl. Let's see what happens. Let's wait for it to tick. Dropped by about 50. That's not bad. It's going to increase the speed of our technologies and things like that, so it's good. Okay. I'm really just waiting on some of our mega structures to start getting done. What's the next tech that's going to be finished? The Mega Shipyard. Yeah, I'm going to build one of those. I think I'm going to build it at Sol. Because it can't be built at Tiberium, I don't think. Or maybe it can. I'll have to have a look. I think I read that it has to be in a single star system,
New technology discovered.
In a trinary. So our fleets are going to be really getting pretty. Look at this; it's already up to 44,000. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Now we are talking. Those carriers look so cool. Mega Shipyards ready to go, or ready to be built. The Strategic Coordination Center. I think this is the one that gives you more naval cap. I feel like. Leader enhancement, selected lineages, habitability and society research. Let's get the society research just to speed everything up. 20%. And then maybe we'll go with something like that in future. Vassalization request. The Valon Cluster vassalized the Messianic Union. How's our cohesion? It's gaining again. Brilliant. Macro engineering test site constructed. Good work. And it's in the right place now again. Alright, let's improve it. 4,200 alloys, and then it'll be producing 150 engineering for us. Brilliant. And we don't need to be there for that one. So now we can head back and I even start the Mega Shipyard construction. Let's see, can it be built at Tiberium? No, there's no sites for it. Can it be built at Barnard Star? It can. I think it has to be in a single star system. That might be it. So let's build it at Sol. The heart of the Empire is where we'll churn out all the ships. Okay. I think that's the right thing to do anyway. Hope people don't mind. Crystal plants, please. There's actually a megastructure that produces crystals, so we should probably just have to end up building one of those.
Construction online.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through some of those on my own in between episodes again. God, there's gonna be so much to do on my own. All right, well, we got to start thinking long term as well, like where we're gonna go, who are we planning to attack. Really, I'd like to have a fleet back ready for defense as well, in case we get raided. This one is just, oh, I can't believe how fast it's. We're just like doubling our fleet strength now every couple of years. 66,000, and that's just with 4 carriers, 4 battleships, 2 strikers, and we don't have to pay their upkeep because we're in a federation. That's the federation fleet. And so we get to keep all our alloys. It's pretty good. To decide who's going to be the leader of this one. Maybe our boy Titus Opsius Neurilgicus could move. Although I think he prefers the nimble, smaller fleets. Well, let's keep adding to it. Can we build it even further? I'd say now. We were equivalent with the Dakarite. I bet now they're like inferior. Yeah. Yeah, that's gone from. We just gone from strength to strength very quickly. All right. Well, that's good. Soon, then, we're going to start looking into the technology that's the rift stabilization that will allow us to perhaps go through and find the Vazarin. That's definitely something that we're going to be working on. All right, so let me do a quick once-over on the planets, okay? Let's try to be as quick as possible. This one's if it doesn't have unemployment, it's fine for now. This one has 3 unemployed pops. They are slaves. I'm just trying to think, is there a planet that's trying to grow one of the new colonies that needs a lot, you know, of slaves? Which one has the most jobs? Negative 22 because they're dying. 22 available jobs here. So on site 1066-7 override itself, we could probably move a lot of slaves here. So let's go through some of these very quickly. Not seeing any unemployment, so the UI's kind of screwed me there. So we'll just have to do it the other way around. So Romulus has a problem. So resettle site, whatever. There we go. Okay, cool. See you later. See you later. Rune's building slot's doing that though. That's where it gets annoying. Well then, I guess ultimately we just have to build a district for them. Okay, cool. Next one up is the Gaia Worlds. They're getting things built. Unemployed pops are still here. Yeah, so let's, I guess, just give them districts to work for now. They actually have a ruler not doing anything, so that's fine. Hades. This is good that it's growing the way it is. Let's just improve. No, we don't want to improve that yet. That's fine. There's unemployment that. Oh, it's a ruler. Okay. Just wait till they demote down. That's fine. This place probably has tons of room for aliens to live here. Just build another foundry for now. We need to get a planetary shield generator here. Alright, I'll leave it at that. That's good enough.
Construction online.
So are we building any new ships here? Not anymore. Yeah, let's add a few more into the ship design, the Federation fleet if we can. So battleships and carriers. That's really all I want, to be honest. We could add a dreadnought if we really want to make a thick one. The Augustus class. Now, I'm happy with just battleships, carriers, and we'll add another strike cruiser. Why not? And then we'll start making another fleet that's just small ships. Maybe that'll be in the Federation, another separate Federation fleet. But I'd have to go into the ship designer for that. So Senate's currently still, but yeah, so this one's obviously going to win. Next one is the minor administrative sanctions. I was saying I didn't really like the idea of sanctions, but people made a good point where if I'm the one in charge, I'm probably the one who's making the laws. Therefore, everyone else will be the one getting the debuffs, rather than me being the one who breaks the laws, which is a really good way of looking at things. So I guess we could be in favor. It's just I'd rather the actual main things first. We'll oppose that big time. Turmoil in the galaxy. The Kosher Trade League are being attacked by the Vazarin. They're making plays. They're definitely going to be mobilizing again soon, I think. 62,000 defense strength here. I feel like we should be building some defensive star bases then. So we have the Plumbata fortress, right? Yeah. Let's add a fortress or two. We could even build ion cannons, which are pretty beefy. We can only afford one, can we? Wow.
New technology discovered.
Ring worlds. The ring world allows multiple planet-like zones, cannibalizing all other planets in the system for materials. Wow. I didn't know it did that to other planets. A flagship. What else do we have? Grand citadels to get even more defense. Or a flagship. The Ambassador of Justice component. As tempting as that is, I'm gonna go with the Citadel first. Just for stronger systems that can hold for longer, in case we do need to get there. Did we ever get the gateway construction? No, it's almost done though. 3 months to go, and we can start thinking about building one in Sol, so we can always get back home, which I think would be good. So it seems like the wars, there was a war between the Interstellar League, the yellow guys, and then the, what are these ones called? The Pan-Galactic Treaty, the purple.
Online.
Seems like the Traxians are getting hammered pretty badly, as are the POB privateers. There's multiple wars, and they might get hit by the Raiders again at some point as well.
Construction online.
So, do we have someone on that excavation now? Have you started it? Oh no, he just went to the system. He didn't start the excavation. Let's go.
New technology discovered.
Gateway construction is now ready to go. Perfect. Jump drives. Is it time? Gas giant colonization. Wow. Matter decompressor. I think we're going to go with Dyson Sphere. Once we do a Dyson Sphere, then rift stabilization. Yeah. I want that energy reserve. Alright, the excavation has begun. Just to catch us up on what this is. Scanners detect a hidden complex buried beneath the ice and snow. A large network of partially collapsed or blocked tunnels seem to connect it to the various underground structures. Alright. Alright, great. Research equipment broken. Belmacosta Creep broke off their agreement. Oh, right, okay. I was confused for a second. Our empire population is 1,042. The demographics of the humans are rising to 49%. Love to see it. I have to queue up some genetic altering for other species as well. Maybe we should genetically modify the Picari. So the ADX are the second most. Let's see. Let's go modify your template. We can add another trait to them. Only just one at the moment. And they're going to be obviously slaves and workers. So is there anything for worker output? I guess would be perfect. Worker happiness increased. If they're noblesse oblige. Oblige. Leaders of the species set a great example to their inferiors. No, that doesn't really translate, I wouldn't say. Energy credits from jobs. They have a radiant vein. Alloys from jobs. They're not working alloys though. So I'm just looking for something that says worker. I'm pretty sure there is one that's like worker. Worker pop resource output 2.5%. So carapace. So we give them this hard shell. And it just makes them a bit tougher. So as a slave, they have greater output. Let's do it. Create the template. Apply the template. Select everybody.
Situation log updated.
There we go. So those 127 are going to be operating 2.5% more efficiently. And if they ever have defense armors or something like that, they're going to be stronger. Excellent. How's that secondary fleet of mine? Oh my god, 72 Thaui. It's kind of crazy. Building one more carrier. 72,000. Now if this gets swarmed by a lot of small ships, then it's in trouble. Like a lot though. It would have to be a lot. Although it's not even really that much in trouble because these are carriers. They're going to be deploying strike craft and stuff. Might not be too bad at all. Might not be. Scientist Nonsus. Nonus. Opsius. Oh, another Opsius. Relation to Neurillicus? Any chance? He's the same age, 102. Neurillicus is about 92, I think. Maybe his brother. Let's see. Scientist research speed 5%. Okay, let's go with that. Titus Pomponius. Excited to see when this is done. It's almost done now. 400 days to go. Building them nice and fast. And did we start building the shipyard? We have. Oh my god, 40% already. This is awesome. Love it. Love it. Senate is not doing anything right now. Pax Romana is doing excellent. We've got 4 members, of course. I think they put their own envoy on it as well.
Species enhanced.
Alright, so the ADICs have been enhanced. That's good. President decides on who to invite. Kick members, president decides. I don't want to, I mean, I should be like that, but I don't want to do it yet for the cohesion hits. Cool. Looking good. Next tier means that they get 5% resource improvement, and I get new members impose smaller cohesion penalty. That's great. And then we can establish a hegemony war goal to force people into our hegemony through war. We could do that for the Dakarite, maybe. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. A culture nexus. It produces 1 influence. It costs 12 influence to build. Yeah, I might get that, actually. Anything that gives me more influence, I think, is nice. Alright, let's do that. What did we just get? The society increase. Okay, cool. Brilliant. So how much technology are we making now? 895, 721, and 709. Okay. Dig site has progressed. Freezing climate on Septrum 9 has covered the site in thick layers of ice and snow. The desolate location of this site may be a hint of the need for discretion. Whatever took place here, someone wanted to keep it hidden. Alright, let's have a look at our old fleet. Does it need to be upgraded? It does, actually. Just 11 ships. 110,000 fleet power. I'd like to kind of cut out the smaller ships out of this fleet now. So I think, like, maybe the destroyers could bounce out and put them in at their own, like, mid-tier size fleet that can be a support and come around. Oh, the game is... I was wondering why nothing was moving. The game is paused. My bad. I was like, these gods, it's taking a while.
Fleet enhanced.
Alright, so there's the destroyers. Let's just separate them out for now. What else do we have? Cruisers. Yeah, let's move the cruisers out and join the destroyers. Terraforming Multiplus has been terraformed into a continental world. Great. Queso needs to get back on the main fleet. So before we can change it or improve it or anything, so we have to go to Classes 1 and remove... We don't want any cruisers in it. We don't want any destroyers, because it'll just... These are faster ships that we're slowing down by doing that. But now we have the limit to build up even more. But I'm not going to build into this fleet for a while, just because we get free alloys building into the other one. So this one can just stay as is. We have our spare battleship there as well. But this one is kind of interesting. So 16 destroyers, 10 Gladius, 6 Equites. So a new fleet. So 10 Gladius, 6 Equites. And then what else? Oh, it's already here. I'm an idiot. Okay, cool. Just get rid of this then. There it is. So this is its own thing now. Yep. Yeah, maybe we'll just add some corvettes or something to this then. $40 corvettes. It's kind of a lot. So go 20 of those, 20 of those, 10. So 30, yeah, 40 corvettes, 40 destroyers, 10 cruisers. I won't build into it just yet, but we'll leave that there. Put a new admiral on this fleet. Ship upkeep reduced, Nonna Orphidius. Let's get her. In fact, she might be better suited now at the big fleet. Queso, he's aggressive and he's a scout. Put him on the Federation fleet. She can reduce the upkeep of the big fleet. Whereas on the Federation ships, Queso's getting his little promotion now. Taking on a bigger... Well, it's actually not that much bigger, but it's definitely higher quality, I would say, than the other one. I'll have to reorganize anything else later. So then we have a need a leader on this one as well. So what do we have? Ship upkeep reduced again. Sensor range. Yeah, let's do that. Although... Yeah, let's do the scout. Mamericus Platius. Okay. So for now, I don't know, station your stuff at Trab. Great. Okay, so gateway construction's ready. So let's maybe begin doing that. Need to pump out another construction ship. I think gateway you can build gateways without adding to your megastructure build limit, I think. Cybro should be dying off. Actually, well, it's kind of dying off, but it's also now terraforming. Gotta be careful with all that. I'm not really paying attention to the planets that I'm killing all those machine pops from. Economy's really good though, considering that we're not doing any monthly trades. It's all just is what it is. We fixed the rare crystals, we haven't fixed the moats. Okay, that should fix that. There's only a 14 slot world. Don't know if it's worth terraforming. And then I'm also going to start queuing up all the what do you call it? Colony ships that are going to head out here. That's only a 12 slot as well. 24 slot non-habitable world here, Silex, which has ancient cities. Is that what we need? I thought it was. Oh no, it's an industrial graveyard. And then the other one is an ancient world. Ah, so close. Ancient cities on this one. And this is a neighbor to Cybro, the Death World. Kind of interesting. I wonder what happened here between these two planets. Seems like there was previous civilizations living on both. An Arctic world. Well, let's terraform it then. It's a big one, so we might as well. Let's make it a continental. Great. We're at 88,000 fleet power now with our Federation ships. Let's just take it for a spin. Let's Let's do drills. So we'll hit that star, hit that star, hit this star, and then just enter into orbit. Oh yeah, looking good. The carriers, man, looks so good. Love it. Love seeing the little slots on the sides of them. And the strike cruisers are there for support, which is really nice as well. This is such a powerful fleet. It's barely any ships, but it's so powerful. I mean, we can just go hammer the Hazar Horde now, you know, for what they did. But I'd just be worried we wouldn't get back in time in case we get raided. That's my only fear. Because we're ready, basically, to go down there and just smash their systems. The Frozen Complex. The complex consists of several larger underground structures connected with a network of tunnels, many of which are collapsed blocked by ice. Although ancient, some of the tunnels show clear signs of life, or fire, sorry. The damage caused by the fire is major enough to suggest a catastrophic event or perhaps intentional destruction. One thing is sure, and that's the purpose of this site seems to be scientific in nature. Keep studying it. 30 days remaining. Sweet. This is going to be the macro engineering test site. Well, it's a test site now. It's not going to be a test site when it's done. So we have the physics particle accelerator. This is going to catch up our engineering quite a lot. And our Empire Sprawl is getting a little bit better, but we could probably improve it on Augusta, which is the world that has all of our admin. Where is that, Augusta? Yeah, let's build another administrative park. So we can improve that Empire Sprawl a bit. And then I'll move the pops around in between. The macro engineering testing station built located in the Vega system is now operational. It will serve as a testing ground for our engineers' most complex and potentially deadly designs for things such as spaceships and buildings. Experiments are already starting above the planet, and we can expect many more to occur in the near future, greatly boosting our engineering research. It'll also increase the armor of our ships by 25%. Oh, really? Like globally? Galactically? Is it? If that's galactically, that's insane. And then it's definitely worth building all three of these, because this one gave us shields. I think it's... If it's galactically, then that's really, really good. So yeah, we just need to build that other one out here then, the society one. Resolution passed, the one that gave us more diplomatic power, diplomatic weight from economy. Good. Alright, Senate's in recess for a while. So this one's built the Hibernia. The Mega Shipyard is at 81% for its foundation. See the little ships doing their things. Whoops, did I just cancel? Oh my god, what a misclick. What a horrible misclick. Alright, well that was 80% wasted. Just build it again, I guess. Good job, Darn. Actually, hang on. 4906. It just saved. Let's just load that. Oh no, it didn't just save. Never mind then. I won't load it. Usually when you right click and you're building something like a megastructure, it doesn't let you move until the thing is done. But I just didn't even mean to right click. I was trying to just move the camera. I move it with right click. Anyways, so let's get hard as nails. It's glory. There is glory in dying for our empire. But there is also honor in surviving. The responsibility of leadership is as great as a service as any other. Leader lifespans increased 10 years, habitability increased by 5, defense armor damage increased by 10%. Great, new ascension perk slot as well. Can't believe I did that. Alright, last thing we're going to set up then is the gateway, hopefully. I don't see it. Oh, gateway construction site. Cool. 85 influence. Interesting. So you have to put it down on the edge, do you? Another ship is performing or has finished performing. Cannot build a gateway within the well of a system. I can't build it. It might be because we're doing this. Let's just see. I'll just cancel that just to test it. Yeah, okay. So we can't build this the same... Probably just in the same system as we're building the Mega Shipyard. Alright, where will we build it? Towards Elysium? Yeah, sure. Out this way. That's a bit of a shame though, so it just means we can't build another one. I mean, you can build another megastructure right now. I can at least, but I just can't build it in here. So we could then just forget the Mega Shipyard for a little while and go back to Vega and build that other thing. So it was the orbital artificial ecosystem site. There we go. Alright. Cool. Alright, so we are vastly improving. I mean, to just build out of thin air, basically, a fleet of 90,000 is quite considerable, I would say. So I'm pretty happy with that, what we've achieved there. Might just wait a little bit more before ending the episode. Let's just add a bit more to this fleet. And then we'll move on. So 4. There we go. I just can't get over how big it can get. So let's do that. And then we can check the fleet capacity. So at the moment we are just halfway. We're halfway on fleet capacity. On this one fleet alone. But after that, I'm not going to build into that one anymore. We're going to build a smaller Federation fleet that's a bit faster. And then I think for the next episode, as we build our gateways and give us a way back, we're going to go down and give the Hazar Braves a taste of what they gave us mere decades ago. I mean, I gotta hand it to him. Emperor Tiberius Caesar, he is wasting no time. He is wasting no time to get all this stuff done. A biological lab, an ancient biological lab. Further investigation reveals that the primary purpose of this site seems to have been in the research and development of biological agents. The whole complex seems to have been purged by fire, possibly as the result of the accidental release of one of the biological agents being developed here. With careful and meticulous study of the artifacts that remain, some clues still may yet be found. Unfortunately, that is the end of that chain, though, so we're just going to get research out of it. So we didn't get any biological agent for our own use, anyway. Not too sure what to do with the scientists now. We could assist research at Sol. There's some research buildings back there. We can also do the pop growth or the activation of the last bowel again, allowing us to make another Gaia world. Where could we do that? Cybro. Cybro we're already terraforming. I could cancel it, get the energy back, and then just turn it straight into a Gaia world right now. I think I will do that, actually. Yeah, let's do it, because we have the influence. So the last bowel, activating it yet again. And there we go. It's still a death world, but it's at 100% habitability now, so it doesn't really matter. Hurts the pop growth speed, hurts the immigration pool, increases the robot upkeep. Let's just demolish that then. And robot output is reduced. Don't know why that would affect robots. For now, just build some districts, and then I'll figure it out afterwards. Alright, there we go. Cybro. And then the other one's Silex. Silex had something as well. That had ancient cities. We could maybe name it like Athens or something. A city that was like destroyed, pretty much. Or any city that was destroyed that we can think of by Rome. Okay. Let's keep letting time play. Well, really, I guess we kind of have to wrap it up there. I keep wanting to go further, but I guess in the next episode, I'm probably going to start... Yeah, we'll just wait for the fleet to finish building, and then we'll kind of leave it there and say, like, we're going to move this fleet out. So Tiberium is cranking out a couple 100 days, actually, though, to go. Yeah, we'll leave it. It's fine. Let's keep going. 10,000 alloys. Alloy production is insane. It's awesome. Over at Titanium, the output is huge here, and Elysium. So Titanium has 403 output. Elysium is 282. So pretty good, all things considered. 10 unemployed pops, and they're mostly just slaves. So that's why we want to just, hey, grow humans. How about that? And then what we can do is go to the new Astania and swap out everyone with titanium. So all of these pops not doing anything. I think in this episode alone, 10 of these Scanurii pops just were created here. These all have jobs, so I haven't made any unemployments. This has been a good move. And that's going to vastly increase the energy. So at the end of the month, energy is 236, 313. So we increased it by 100 just by populating this place, and it's still not full. So that's great. It's really good, actually. New Astania is such a good little generator for us. The battery of the Empire.
New technology.
What's the output, actually?
discovered.
234. It's nothing compared to a Dyson sphere, though. Culture Nexus is done. So that's just a regular building. And what does it give us again? Produces influence. Culture Nexus. Upkeep is 1 crystal. Cost 20 crystals, 12 influence. Yep, let's build that. Happiness 5%. Culture worker jobs increased. Immunities. Culture worker. That's like people who work on temples and stuff, isn't it? I think. Is a priest a culture worker? Empire modifier. Governing ethics attraction is increased. Leader experience gain is increased. Research speed is increased. Yeah, let's just do it. Advanced spinal mounted weapons. Interstellar assembly. The official, unofficial political forum of the galactic community. Yes. Yeah, let's do that. We are the galactic community. And we'll hold the hub for the galactic community. Okay, how's that fleet doing? Almost ready to go? Just 90 days to go. See if we can get this fleet up to 100k. So in this episode, we basically made a fleet of 100,000. Considering we had a fleet of 100,000, we have doubled our
New technology
capacity.
discovered.
And this one could just smash these out. So let's go to the Trab station. Boom. Assign. Smash. Now they're being produced en masse.
Incoming transmission.
Migration treaty with the Veldador Zealots. Gonna say no for now. It's interesting, you know, if we're gonna have this Pax Romana. So far, all of those in the Pax Romana are currently slaves. If they are within Roman Empire borders. We could do it where we give them resident status and then they would work for us. That seems to make sense. I think we'll start rolling out citizenship to the Tyrene Republic first. That way, you know, we can use some of those guys on the alloys and things like that. Then maybe Cold Consortium. Perhaps if they've been in for a while, perhaps if they are loyal, if we consider them loyal, then we can enable the migration pacts and give them citizenship or resident status, I guess. I think that's a good way to go about it. It's kind of like a roleplay way to do it as well. That makes sense. They don't like us very much. They're close to being loyal, but just not quite. Alright, let's have a look at that fleet. Let's go. Let's let time play. Speed it up. And I'll sort out the economy a little bit better. We're always going to have a little unemployment. I'm sorry. This is going to be the way it is. Unless I gave everyone resident status, which I'm not going to do. Alright, 19 days.
New technology
Get our next carrier.
discovered.
Dyson Sphere is ready to be built. Substellar compressor. Rift stabilization. How long does it take? 29 months? We need to build our first Dyson Sphere. Because I don't know what's going to happen. A planetary barrier shield generator. Yeah, let's do that. It's an upgrade, is it? A group of our scientists has put towards a promising design concept for an upgraded version. Yeah. Let's do that. What's the upkeep, though? Crystals. Damn. A lot of things are costing crystals. I don't know what a substellar helioforming. Oh, we did talk about that before. Sure, let's do that. It's cool. Boom. 109,000 fleet power. There we go. Alright, that's going to be it for the end of this episode. A bit of an admin focused one, but that's of course after we fight a war, we kind of have to do that. Getting our mega structures up and running. The Vega system is coming along nicely with its macro engineering site, its stellar particle accelerator, and it's now to be, what is it called? Orbital artificial ecosystem site. And then down at Sol, we're building our first gateway. 56% of the way there. And then we can immediately just traverse from Sol to Opsius, basically, or Brundisium. So that's pretty good. And then we can also then just hop down to System 2872. So that's a nice first little triangle across the Empire, and then we'll build them down to the extremes of Rhea. Anything that has a big star base like that is going to be getting a gateway. All right, we are... The snowball is it's gaining momentum, that's for sure right now. And I think in the next episode I'm going to push down into the Hazar Braves. We're just going to wreck their crap. And deal swift Roman justice. We're going to bring down the scientists that are doing nothing. Get some colony ships going. Get some construction ships going. And really start hammering out everything we can down there. Have the influence to just take as many territories as we can. Have a look at their worlds and planets. There's a tidally locked world there. Alpine. Continental. Savanna. Tropical. Arctic. Not as many planets as you think, actually, but there might be some worlds we could consecrate. It's going to be good. Alright, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to vote on the Colossus ship weaponry. I will put the vote up for this one. Thanks very much for watching. See you in the next one.